Assalamalaikum and a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of Perceptive Learning Zone. My name is Mohammed Hamza Nasser, and today we are going to be discussing the IELTS Academic Report, taking it one step forward, right? So today I would like to talk specifically about a map, it can often come in your report and how to write a report when it comes to a map in context of IELTS academics. So without further ado, I'm just going to do a quick screen share and try to do a solid past paper example for you so you guys get the gist of it much better. So as you can see over here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a right? We have this diagram in front of us, right? This was the map. This is the map. Basically, this is corresponding to the layout of a certain, from what it looks, an island of sorts, right? Before, as in the past, right? As you can see, you just got a beach over here, then you got this empty barren land with some trees on it, and sea on all sides. And after, as you can see, at some point in the near foreseeable future, recently there's been a lot of activities that have happened. That you have what seems to be. I'm just going to zoom it in a little bit more so you guys can have access to it. You have what seems to be in the second picture, like the after one. You have what seems to be some huts. Along with that, you have a reception, you have a restaurant, you have accommodation facilities, you have a pier, there's some swimming area and stuff. So, along with the usual trees that were there before. So, we can see that as compared to the before scenario, in which you had just some trees on this island and nothing else, now there's a lot more commercial activity taking place by the construction of piers and accommodation facilities and a reception area and restaurant. So, now it is much more heavily developed as compared to the past. This could be my overview. But overall, in the after section, there's been a lot more development and commercial activity on the island as compared to before, where it was literally empty, right? And obviously, these dotted lines correspond to a footpath and the vehicle track simultaneously. So, first of all, let's read the question over here. Let's try to understand what it's asking us to do. The two maps above show an island before and after the construction of some tourist facilities. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Write at least 150 words, right? So like I always say, right, the three parts, there's a topic. The topic is this: the two maps above show an island before and after the construction of some tourist facilities, right? The second part is your question statement, what they're asking you to do, what you have to write, basically, right? That summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and the comparisons are relevant. And finally, you have your instructions. You have to write minimum of 150 words, right? That's a minimum at the very least, right? So in the report, right, we have your first paragraph in which we first of all talk about the introduction. The introduction is simply us using adequate professional vocabulary to rewrite or paraphrase a question statement in our own words without transforming the meanings or anything, right? So we have written the maps compare a small island before and after the developments carried out for tourism purposes, okay? So I've just paraphrased this background question statement and I've written it over here, and this is my introduction. The second component of the first paragraph is going to be the overview, like I've talked about it before. So as we can see, right, as compared to the before scenario, in which there was literally nothing on this island, now you have a lot more development being carried out for tourism activity. So this is the main picture that I'm getting when I take a sort of a superficial glance at this map, right? So overall, right, the word overall, ladies and gentlemen, is very important because it indicates that you're basically talking about your overview, right? So overall, it is clear that accommodation and other facilities for tourists were built and that a pier was constructed to permit access to the island by boat. Okay, so overall, you can see there are a lot more activities happening, a lot more development and commercialization happening in the after scenario. So that is my overview. And then comes our second paragraph, which is essentially speaking the body paragraph, in which we basically go in details, right? Basically, what I'm doing is I'm talking about this island being completely underdeveloped, and then I go in detail in which I talk about all these things that have come into this diagram now: accommodation, reception, restaurant, pier, etc., footpath and vehicle track, and so on. So this is where my details come in the body paragraph, right? The island was originally completely undeveloped. A number of trees occupied the northern and southern parts. Okay, you guys need to be aware, should be on your fingertips, the compass, where is north, where is south, where is east, where is west, right? Up is north, down is south, right is east, left is west, okay? A number of trees occupied the northern and southern parts. In the central part of the island, two separate accommodation areas were then built. consisting of simple huts arranged around a circular footpath. A reception area and restaurant were located in the center of these two areas. Another footpath was constructed, leading to the beach on the western edge of the island and an area there for the tourists to swim. Access to the island was made possible by the construction of a pier for tourists to land safely by boat. A vehicle track then connected the pier with the reception area. The vehicle track would round the reception area and continued a very short distance to the restaurant. The word limit is 166 words. It's minimum 150, so you should be good with that. And like I said before, there is no need to there's no need to write a conclusion when it comes to report writing because the overview itself is a sort of a summary. So I'm just going to read the question one more time, and then we're going to read this in depth. And hopefully now you guys have a good understanding of how a map report has to be tackled, right? So once again, refer back, this was the original map, right? The two maps above show an island before and after the construction of some tourist facilities. The question statements summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant, followed by your stipulated sets of instructions that you got to write at least 150 words. So first paragraph, the maps, this is my answer, right? The maps compare a small island before and after the developments carried out for tourism purposes, right? Overall, it is clear that accommodation and other facilities for tourists were built and that a pier was constructed to permit access to the island by boat. Second paragraph, the island was originally completely undeveloped. A number of trees occupied the northern and southern parts. In the central part of the island, two separate accommodation areas were then built, consisting of simple huts arranged around a circular footpath. A reception area and restaurant were located in the center of these two areas. Another footpath was constructed, leading to the beach on the western edge of the island and an area there for tourists to swim. Access to the island was made possible by the construction of a pier for tourists to land safely by boat. A vehicle track that connected the pier with the reception area. The vehicle track would round the reception area and continued a very short distance to the restaurant. So hopefully after this session, you'll find writing reports on map-related questions a tad bit easier. Obviously, if you have any queries, you're most welcome, guys, to reach out to me on my channel to leave some comments behind. I would love to have your constructive feedback on the matter. We'll be back with much more quality content, God willing. Thank you very much and have a lovely day, fellas. Assalamalaikum.